How's it going? I'm back with a new video. I know it's been a while and I've been busy with stuff. I've been doing a lot of AI stuff. I put up a couple of things just as a couple of examples just to show what I've done, and of course, and also for a future reference of like, oh, I'm going to be talking about this within the next upcoming weeks. A lot of people have mixed feelings about AI. I kind of just dove into it too, and I wanted to explore and try to create some kind of really cool stuff. Wanted to create cool, neat pictures that people have never seen before. Now, there's a lot of people doing kind of the same thing, and I know and understand why some people don't like AI because of the concept of could create fake stuff, whether it's any kind of like fake news and or. Now, of course, if it's just done for fun, then it's really no big deal. But when they start doing what would irritate the heck out of me, especially with the video stuff, people start saying, oh, we got video footage. Here's newer video footage of UFOs that were captured. I won't get into the whole UFO thing, but I've seen a lot of UFO videos, and usually just like white lights, and or there's just always some kind of excuse or some kind of explanation on it. And I'm one of those people that want to believe it, and I want to see it, just actual real footage of UFOs. But of course, within the next several years, or even this year, people have video footage of UFOs. People are just going to be debunking it and saying, so it's AI, and then of course there's going to be, 6 to 8 videos per year, and then they're all just going to be debunked as just AI generated and fake. That's just really annoying and stupid, especially that. If people are going to be joking around with it and do other funny, cute, neat things, that's fine, that's understandable, that's all done and fine. This picture behind me right here is not an AI picture, it's a tiger that actually broke through my wall and I took a photo of it. Anyways, so that's one of the things. There's just all this, some of the stuff is of course obvious, some of it's not going to be so obvious because then there's a lot of people who are saying, the technology and the AI stuff has gotten really good. But is it that incredible and really good? Not really. So for all those people like, oh, the AI's technology is so great, it's scary. Well, not really. It's not that great. It hasn't been perfected yet. It's been doing pretty good. I've created some like really cool pictures and songs and videos, and I'll be posting up more of those in a little bit. But it's not perfect. There's other, of course, different ones, of course. There's different levels of what kind of AI you can get. A quick note on this whole AI subject. All the AI you're seeing, it's not really AI. It's not really artificial intelligence. Now, a lot of this stuff is just programmed in, and I'll get into more of that because some of it's just kind of weird on how it's done. But a lot of it's programmed in, and it's not really the specifically artificial intelligence. Now, years ago, back in 1991, I read an article about artificial intelligence in Omni magazine. I forgot if it was a September or October issue, but I even wrote a song, or had a song title for one of my songs back in 1991 called Artificial Intelligence. Now, basically what that was about was the whole concept of, like a heart transplant, artificial heart, and artificial this and that. Well, what they were planning on doing and what they were thinking about back then is the artificial intelligence was going to be like a brain transplant and or certain parts of the brain. I don't think really a whole brain, but that was the concept of it. That was the idea behind it. So how and why are they calling this specifically AI generated stuff? I don't know, but everybody's used to the term, so let's go with it. All right, so it's hit and miss really. When I'm trying to create something, it will sometimes propped up for images, like when I use Dreamenia. And it will give you one image that's really good, one image that's okay, and then a couple of other images that are just terrible. And then, of course, you even notice a lot of people will put in the right anatomy because they'll they'll create people with 3 legs and 3 arms and all this other stuff. It's kind of funny. Here's a few examples too of it. So there you have it. You get a couple of okay ones, One really awesome one, and then one that just looks like crap. It's totally terrible and you can't use it unless that's what you're going for. But anyways, what I wanted to primarily do, because of course there's the text to AI and then there's the image to AI. So I figured I would just try to be different and try to create something that people haven't seen before. And I wanted to, experiment a lot with a lot of the metal and, rock music album covers. Now, of course, some people don't like that, but yet at the same time, if I didn't and said, no, I'm not going to do that, somebody else would have thought of the concept and idea. And they, of course, with a bigger channel than mine, they would have been labeled a genius or saying, oh, hey, that's awesome. But not that it matters. I created the stuff and I like what I did. And I think there was a lot of cool images and a lot of other like really interesting things came up when and what I generated. I mean, think about it. Have you ever seen the Loz rocket tank? Or Judas Priest stained class car? Or Judas Priest turbo lover car? I also tried to do like a little flash quick kind of a collage thing where I just mention a bunch of songs without any image thing, just in the text to AI, and mention like a bunch of songs and other just elements and things, like the Iron Maiden one I did, Scorpions one I did, and of course absolutely one of my favorite ones that I did was the Anthrax one. It might look corny and stupid to you, but once again, have you ever seen those pictures before? Online, anywhere? No, that's the key to it. That's the whole point of it. Most of you have seen the commercials and or other videos telling you about this free site. Oh, there's this free site. You get to use it for free. I don't know how and why people are expecting it to be completely free. I mean, the general basic kind of like subscription, or like when you go on there, is free. It allows you to do a few things. It allows you to create a couple of things, and some of them aren't going to be good. And they have different levels. They have like the 4.1, and then the 3.5, and then the 2.0. So depending on what level you use. And then, of course, there's limitations on what you can and can't do. You can't generate a video if you don't have a subscription, or you can't do this if you don't have an advanced subscription, other than just a basic subscription where you just sign up and you don't pay anything. But I mean, what do you really expect? I mean, you can't walk into a restaurant and you have a free sample of stuff and then you want a whole steak dinner for free. It doesn't really work like that. So the basic subscriptions, or the first grade of subscriptions I have on Udio and Dreamenia, I'm paying about $10, $12 a month. So which is pretty good. You got to think. I mean, geez, there's a lot of you people. There's some of you people out there who are paying people on Patreon. And you don't have to, and you're giving these people who don't need money already money. I did a whole video about that, but I didn't release it yet. But you're giving people who really have just a mess load of stuff anyways, and then you're contributing to them and you're donating to them so they don't have to work full time and they could just do videos all the time. That's why I was gone for 2 months. I can't specifically do that. I have to work for a living. And every single one of my tapestries that you see, I pay for out of my own money. Just saying. So it's definitely worth it. The songs that I created, the images that I created, and paying $10 a month for that is definitely really worth it. I think it is. I think a lot of the stuff I created is really cool and neat, and I've been using them in like video projects and stuff. Not that a lot of people have noticed it or it gets like an insane amount of views, but I hope some people dig it in some way. I think the whole AI thing is a really cool, neat experience. It's a good thing to experiment with. Yet at the same time, I understand. I spoke to one of my colleagues at work, and she draws dragons, and she's kind of irritated with the whole AI thing because now that takes away from the whole artist, the people who are creating, who are drawing dragons, who are drawing anime and all this other stuff. Why hire all those people now when you got this? All the other musicians and bands and other singers and songwriters who want to create a jingle, who create a jingle or a song, whether it's for a commercial, whether it's for anything else, well, why bother to use them? We have an AI thing here that will generate a song and all that other stuff. I don't know where the music comes from. I'm going to get into the music really specifically in my next video. This was just about the images and stuff. Once again, it's really fun to experiment with. I think the technology will get better, and of course, if you do upgrade more, you get better visuals of that thing, but you don't have to upgrade too much. If you're spending more than $80 a month, some of them can go for that. You really don't specifically need to. I've seen a lot of those other videos where people like make those, if Star Wars was released in the 1950s, and then they show all this like animated or AI generated visuals that look like Star Wars, but it looks like it's from the 50s, and it's kind of funny and corny and, you know, interesting at the same time. It's interesting to see those. And then, of course, all those other ones that they put up there, they're just a bunch of movie trailers. There's several channels that have the movie trailers. If you haven't seen them, check it out. It's like, just type in like Star Wars, if Star Wars was made in the 1950s. And also, of course, other people are doing that with the music. All right, that's it. Let me know in the comment section below what you think. Have you checked out the other channels that are reviewing those AI sites? Have you checked any of them out? Have you tried any of them? Let me know what you think. I think it's a fun experimental thing for now, but like with anything, I don't think it's going to last more than like 4 years or so. But anyways, that's all I have for today. I will be doing a music one, and I've written some songs, and I'll be talking about that a lot more and in detail in my next video, which will be out soon. See you.